Hi, Andy. Name is Priyanka. Welcome to Learning Lens channel. Today we are going to discuss the first chapter in 10th class, that is real numbers. So before going to that, I want to tell one thing. సో 10th క్లాస్ అనగానే చాలా మంది పిల్లలు టెన్షన్ పడిపోతూ ఉంటారు. నేను చెప్పే ఈ టాపిక్ సినాప్సిస్, ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ అండ్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ అన్నీ చెప్తానండి. సో మీరు సమ్మర్లో ఎక్కువగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం వల్ల మీరు స్కూల్కి వెళ్ళిపోయాక మీ సార్స్ చెప్పినప్పుడు మీకు చాలా ఈజీగా అనిపిస్తుంది. అండ్ మీరు ముందే ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి ఉంటారు కాబట్టి మీకు సార్ చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఇంకా బెటర్గా అర్థమవుతుంది. సో అందరు కూడా ఈ వీడియోస్ ఫాలో అవ్వండి, లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి. సో వాట్ ఈజ్ meant by real numbers? So before going to chapter, we will discuss what is meant by real numbers. So real numbers means or the numbers that are both rational and irrational. Rational and irrational. So both rational and irrational. So what will come under rational numbers? The rational numbers and rational numbers will come under two categories, that is integers and fractions. Integers and fractions. So what is meant by integers? So integers and it will positive numbers, 0 and negative numbers. So let's draw the number line. Positive numbers, so on negative numbers, 0. Okay. So what do you mean by fractions? So how the fraction will look like? The fraction will look like a by b. So a by b, where b not equal to 0. Means b అనేది 0 ఉంటుంది. b 0 ఉండడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది? a by 0 will become infinity. So infinity is not a fraction. And where a comma b are coprimes. Where a comma b are coprimes. So what do you mean by coprimes? Coprimes means coprimes are the numbers whose common factor should be 1. So a comma b are coprimes. So what do you mean by coprimes? Coprimes are the numbers which have a common factor 1. So ఈ రెండింటి మధ్య కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ అనేది 1 ఉండాలి. దట్స్ ఇట్. సో దిస్ కెన్ బి ఏ కాంపోజిట్ ఆర్ ప్రైమ్. ఇది కాంపోజిట్ అయినా ఉండొచ్చు, ప్రైమ్ అయినా ఉండొచ్చు. సో లెట్స్ టేక్ ద నెంబర్స్ 5 by 8. సో 8 ఈజ్ ఏ కాంపోజిట్ నెంబర్ అండ్ 5 ఈజ్ ఏ prime number. So both are having the common factor 1 only. So we can say that is a composite, that is a co-prime number. Why? Because here 5 is a prime number and 8 is a composite number. So we can say that they are co-primes. So let us take one number, that is 7 by 5. So what we will get the answer as 1.4. Means for 7 by 5, when we divide, what happens? So let us divide 5 by 7. 7 is 5. So what is left? 2. So 0.05 was 20. So 20 minus 20. 20. So what is the remainder? 0. So if the remainder is 0, then we can say these numbers are terminating. So if we get the remainder as 0, then we call that numbers as terminating. Suppose take it as 1 by 3. So what is the answer we got? 0.3333. So when we divide 1 with 3, we will not get the remainder at all, and the quotient will also be getting like 333. So these numbers we will call it as non-terminating. Non-terminating. Okay, non-terminating. So we will discuss again. So what is rational numbers? Rational numbers will again be divided into two kinds, integers and fractions. What is integers? 0, positive numbers and negative numbers. Now what is fraction? So fraction look like a by b, where b is not equal to 0 and a comma b are co-primes. So b అనేది ఎప్పుడు కూడా 0 ఉండకూడదు. 0 ఉంటే అది ఇన్ఫినిటీ అవుతుంది, that is not a fraction. And what is meant by co-primes? Co-primes are the numbers which have a common factor as 1. But ఈ కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ అనేది 1 ఉండాలి. బట్ కోప్రైమ్స్ అనగానే రెండు ప్రైమ్ నెంబర్ అవ్వాలని రూల్ ఏం లేదు. ఒకటి కాంపోజిట్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఒకటి ప్రైమ్ అవ్వచ్చు, లేదా రెండు కాంపోజిట్ అవ్వచ్చు, లేదా రెండు ప్రైమ్ అవ్వచ్చు. దీస్ ఆర్ ద రూల్స్ ఫర్ ద కోప్రైమ్స్. సో ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ 2 examples. 7 by 5. So 7 by 5 answer is 1.4. So we will got here remainder as 0. So remainder 0 వస్తే we will call it as terminating. Here 1 by 3, that is 0.33. So here we are not getting the remainder as 0. So ఎప్పుడైతే remainder 0 రాలేదో, then we will call it as non-terminating. Okay. Next concept. So real numbers is divided into two types, that is rational and irrational. So So far we have discussed about rational numbers. Then what about irrational numbers? Irrational numbers is again divided into two types. That is non-terminating, non-repeating, and transcendental numbers. Transcendental numbers. Transcendental numbers. So non-terminating, non-repeating decisions. Suppose let us look at this number. So how this number is looking, it is not terminating at all. So if we see the dots, means it is not terminating. So at least it is repeating? No. So look at the digits 2753. So 2753 after again it should come 2753. Repeating అంటే ఇక్కడ 2753 వచ్చినప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ 2753 రావాలి. కానీ ఇక్కడ రిపీట్ అవుతుంది. టర్మినేటింగ్ కూడా అవుతుంది. సో దట్ వన్ విల్ కాల్ ఇట్ as నాన్ టర్మినేటింగ్ అండ్ నాన్ రిపీటింగ్. ఇక్కడ చూడండి 333. సో రిపీట్ అవుతుంది కానీ టర్మినేట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ నాన్ టర్మినేటింగ్. ఇక్కడ టర్మినేట్ అవ్వట్లేదు, రిపీట్ అవుతుంది. సో we will call that it as non terminating and non repeating. So what are transcendental numbers? Pi and e. These both are transcendental numbers. So these two are also non-terminating and non-repeating decimals. So when we will observe pi and e numbers, we can simply say that they are irrational numbers. Means they are transcendental numbers. So transcendental numbers will also come under irrational numbers. Got it? Next we will go to the another concept. So next concept is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So what is the first theorem in the real numbers? That is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What this fundamental theorem of arithmetic will say is every composite number can be expressed as a product of prime factors. Now we have written the definition of the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So what is that? What is given? Every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes and prime factors, and this factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factor occurs. Okay. So let us break this theorem. So every composite number. So what is meant by composite number? It is a number that is having more than two factors. So let us take a number as 24. So if we write this number 24 as a product of primes. So let us write this number as a product of primes. 2 1s, 2 6, 2 3s, and 3 1s. So what are the factors we got for 24? 2, 2, 2 into 3. So these are the factors we got. So what are these factors? These are prime factors, and this is a composite. What is this? This is a composite number, and these are the prime factors. This is a composite number, and these are the prime factors. And here what the definition is telling, and this factorization is due. So for every number, the factorization will definitely be. For example, take 12. So what we will get? 2 into 6. So again we can write that 2 into 2 into 3. Is both factorizations are unique? No. Both factorizations are not unique. Means every factorization is unique. A factorization kaade unique ga untundi. So next what is given? Apart from the order in which the prime factor occurs. Suppose if you write this as 3 into 2 into 2. Is the answer changes? No. Then order change avadam valla answer అనేది change avadu. So apart from the order. ఆర్డర్ అనేది అక్కడ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాదు. సో ఇక్కడ కూడా 3 into 2 into 2 ఇలా రాసినా మనకు ఆన్సర్ ఒకటే వస్తుంది. మీన్స్ అక్కడ ఆర్డర్ అనేది మనకి ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాదు. Now you understood what is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic.